Jamie, press record. Jamie, please press record.
Yeah, I did press record. Thank you very much, Sam.
The people need to hear.
It's rolling. The red means rolling. What does if green mean rolling? I wonder what would happen to our society. Because green means go. So why doesn't... Yeah, that is... I'm going to call someone about that. I'm going to call ScoMo. I'm going to call him now.
Let's be honest. No one knows what you're talking about. You've pressed on the recorder. Red means record because there's a red light that goes on because he's using the Zoom H6N.
6N. Well done, nerd.
Yeah, if anyone's out there into really niche color light references for going or stopping, then you would really appreciate what Jamie just said. But if you're not in that category, which I would say would be the majority value, then listen to what I have to say, which is, Jamie, you ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you said I wasn't very vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've got something vulnerable to say.
Go.
I hung out with a baby on the weekend,
Ooh.
and it was really cute, and now I want one.
It was.
I'd never had that before.
It was cute.
For like the whole weekend.
Who would give you a baby for the whole weekend? You just go to a baby store and you're just like, is this a new thing in Sydney? Because they've got all these weird businesses now. So now you can actually rent a baby for the weekend. That's incredible.
Yeah, there was just this guy. I was at the park and he's like, do you want to hold the baby?
Times are tough, man. We've got to make some money.
Yeah, I was like, yeah. And then he said, all right, see you on Monday. So I had this baby for a weekend.
So how did that work? Like, did you have to fill out a form, some references? Because I didn't get a call and you usually reference me straight up.
No, you just have to prove that you can breastfeed.
Yeah, cool. So you can't breastfeed yet. So I don't know, like, what did you do there? How did you get around that one?
What I did is I had a curvy straw.
Yeah.
That I had a blood bag full of milk attached to my back.
I'm glad it wasn't full of blood.
And then I had a tube going to the nipple, and I had quite long nipples. And then I put some like plasticine around it, so like had a nipple, but
nice.
I held it for a bit to get it warm.
Did you go like hard or soft? Like what kind of nipple size or?
It was kind of soft. It's like I used plasticine, but I rubbed sugar into it as well, so give the baby a little bit extra.
A little sweet because the baby had a go.
But it turns out I'd been tricked. Is that the baby was on a baby? It was actually
Danny DeVito.
I was like, oh, God damn it.
You got me again.
God damn it, Danny DeVito.
I got you again, didn't I?
I mean, I was like, are you sure this is a baby? And the guy's like, yeah, it's Italian.
100%.
And I was like, oh, okay.
What was it, really? When did you figure it out?
It was a dog.
It was a dog.
Yeah.
Just a shaved.
It was the shaved
King
pug.
Charles.
It was a pug. It was a shaved pug. And he was like, oh, the baby's...
The baby's missing some things.
I dropped it. He goes, oh, can you just hold the baby? I'm very tired. I keep dropping the baby. And I was like, all right, I'll hold the baby.
Well, that story adds up. You're looking at its face. You're like, that is a dropped baby.
I feel like if you shaved a pug, wrapped it in some, like put it in a onesie, tied it around like a baby.
Cute.
And it's gonna be like people are like, oh, that's a baby.
That's a baby. That's what babies do. They just and grunt, and they've got like their teeth can touch their nose.
Yeah. It's a good alternative for people that like want to have a baby but don't want the baby to keep growing. You just get a pug and
100%.
shave it down, and then just because it's probably the same intellectual level, a baby and like a 3-year-old pug.
And this is what you and I talk about population growth and or anti-growth. And I think this is the way forward. Not to have babies, but to really push the pug baby market. Yo, check it out. My name is Jimmy. Put it on the nipple, and his name is Bimmy. Got a little pug, and I put it in my pocket. Wish it was a baby, and I really would suck it. Wanna get candy bars. Put some milk on my tit, y'alls. Yo, baby, gonna get to the streets. Fly a plane over the streets. Come on. Gonna get a pug, put it in my pocket. Gotta pick it, put it in my pocket. Gotta pick it, gonna put it in my pocket. Gotta pick it, and I put it in my pocket.
Yeah, I'd like to thank my mama, my dada,
my pug,
and my pug baby.
So that's interesting. So
cool, first segment.
So you and so I don't know what you've never really liked kids before. Like when you've met my daughter, you were just like, "Who's this faggot?"
Yeah, it's exactly what I thought when I met your 5-year-old daughter doing crayon paintings on the couch. That's actually the only thing that just popped into my head was, "Who's this faggot?" That's what It was really interesting because I thought that wouldn't be the first thing that I thought, but it was the only thing.
The only thing.
It's almost like you know me too well.
Yeah.
When I see 5-year-old girls that are my good friend's daughter.
I think I planted the seed though. That's because I probably was like, oh, I've got this faggot daughter.
Just surrounded by a bundle of sticks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had like
Oh, do you, sorry, go.
nah.
I was just gonna my wife. She actually thought she's like, I'm like, oh, do you know faggot is like a like actually means like a bundle of sticks?
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, do they call like faggots because they like bundles of dicks? That was her
I feel
thinking.
like a lot of gay dudes would enjoy that.
Oh, I would enjoy
a bundle
that.
of dicks. No, like not enjoy the bundle of dicks, but they'd be like that someone would be so stupid just to think that because sticks rhymes with dicks, that's what they want. Just gonna go.
We've got to get some bundles.
If you go to like,
Stick a dick day.
do you like dick? But do you like lots of dicks?
I'm talking bundles
But like when we like. You get them and then you wrap them together
with some nice
just, like,
twine.
8 dudes, just like all like with their hips mashed together and just like 2 long pieces of string, just put it all together because it's like you got to buy them by the dozen,
like a karate belt.
like a karate belt. Ah, yeah.
How delicious! I love those karate belts as a kid.
Oh yeah, it was such an annoying hierarchy to be a part of because they
Lolly
like made you
hierarchy.
like, oh, the yellow people stay here and the red people stay there. Oh, black people go at the front and white people at the back.
What are you talking about?
The different colored belts. It was
right.
it was like a whole social
right.
standing.
I was talking about karate belts, the lollies.
I
But-
don't know those.
Oh, don't you?
No.
Well, that's weird. Talk me through this segregation in the belts.
Well, you've got different colored belts.
Yeah, I know.
And it depends on where you stand in the class.
Yeah, we know.
It teaches you that color dictates where you are allowed to be in
Yeah.
society.
Yeah, well,
And-
people have earned that color.
Yeah, by how violent they can be to other colors in the class.
It's called self-defense with anger.
Wait, it's not really self-defense. It's choreographed dancing going, hiya!
It's self-defense. Self-defense through distraction, at least.
Has anyone ever defended themselves with karate unless someone attacks them with planks of wood?
I've seen my mate firsthand. Actually, he'd only been learning Wing Chun for like 6 months, and I saw him in a street brawl actually implement this and bring a guy down without hurting him. Just kind of, and I was like, that was impressive. I was like,
Wow.
because he's kind of a chill dude, and you wouldn't think he's just so chill that he's staying calm, and he's like, remember what I was taught, sensei. And then,
Wow. Alright, I guess it's good. Yeah, fair enough. Okay.
yeah, well, you're going to, one day when you and I are walking down, we're in Melbourne, I've just watched you do a show and flop, and then, people don't like you and they're trying to, throw things at you in the street, and I defend us all, and we go through a montage, and I help you, and I help this, like, woman with a child, and
But then it's not a child.
it's not a child. The damn pug.
The
Pug. I love dicks.
Do you know what's funny about the pug baby, right? Is if anyone ever tries to steal your pug baby, like if you get mugged for your pug baby, they're like, give me that baby. You can rip off the blanket and then just drop it on the ground and it just scurries off at full speed. This nude baby just running, it's got like a diaper.
That's
and then
horrifying.
and then the person will be so traumatized that it just never...
Dude, that would be...
just runs up around the road, and they're just like, holy shit, and then you
I don't want
just
it.
stare at them like,
Now you want me, do you?
you want me? And then
You got on the ground.
you go, like that girl that runs like a horse. Have you seen that woman that runs on her hands and legs?
Horrifying.
She should carry a pug baby. It would be terrifying.
And this is why we should only have pug babies, man. Nothing can go wrong.
They could scurry around.
That would be such a great trick. It
That'd
would
be so good if she goes. That lady that runs on her hand. There's a woman that like she does like she jumps over tables and stuff on her hands and legs. Like
Okay, I don't think I've actually seen this woman.
She runs. She runs on all fours. She's learnt to gallop on all fours.
Like Rob Schneider.
Kind of, yeah. Well, I don't know him personally. If that's something he does, but
Excellent.
like from the animal.
Yeah, correct.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. So she runs on all fours. She's very good at it. She can run like quite
So
quickly.
she gallops.
And she fully gallops, and she can like jump over like 1 meter high objects, and she like lands on her
Whoa.
arms, and it's like it
Is
looks
she-
like a cheetah running.
How big are her shoulders?
She doesn't look that big. She's just very lanky.
Lanky.
And so my plan is we get the pug baby. She wraps it up. She's just hanging out at a music festival, preferably with people doing LSD.
Yeah, and
then,
pedophiles.
she like go away for like a dark alley kind of
dark alley
situation.
and
A bunch of troopers are like, "Whoa, what's up, man? I understand the meaning of it all." And
I need
then
a baby.
they hear this like crying, and there's this woman in like a cloak, and then holding this crushed baby, and it starts singing lullaby baby and then turns to them, and they're all kind of freaked out, and then she goes and rips off the blanket, and the baby falls to the ground, but it's the pug, and it like scurries off, and then she rips off her clothes and then gallops away after it, and that's the end of it, and they have to have that forever.
Dude, you would break their minds.
Break them
It would
apart.
break them.
Break them apart. Just forever they were just like,
I swear, man, this happened. I swear it happened.
it was just too weird people. I can't even.
Imagine doing this prank and then these people, they actually have to go see like a psychotherapist for like 3 years.
Oh my God.
Or they
And-
try to convince them that it didn't happen, and then they saw it on YouTube eventually years later, and they're just like, ah!
Oh yeah. And you make sure it gets filmed, so they're in it, but you sit on the footage, right?
Yeah, wait till they're almost through the whole ordeal. You keep track of their
keep track.
psychotherapist, and then when they're broken through it and they shake hands and like, well, I won't have to see you again, most likely.
And they become viral on the
bam,
internet.
viral on the internet.
Trippers going wild.
You and I, man, we're game setters.
You know what we could
I know
do
what that
is we go deeper with this.
Yeah.
Is like really pre-engineer it. Is like maybe go to a festival in like a small town or something like that, and actually
Small
start
town.
the only psychotherapy business that's like
Love
and we
this.
advertise it directly to their social media.
Yeah.
And it's about like, have you had a traumatic event recently on psychedelic
At,
drugs?
at a festival.
We can help talk you through it. And then the whole time we're like trying to we agree with them. We're like, no, that's like a thing. They're aware people. And then we try and like, get them on board with like a conspiracy.
Yeah, and we could also and just see the placebo effect. We can be like, unfortunately, when people get subjected to this, they start to take on these traits too. It's a metaphysical trading of energy.
Oh yeah.
And I'm afraid that you'll probably most likely, and then they might start scratching themselves with their foot up here.
Yeah,
And,
you don't have to fight. Well, maybe we get the woman to bite them, like, and then run away, and then we can be like, oh, you've actually been infected.
that's great.
And if you try and they have a lot of trauma, so you're like, if you don't start running on all fours, like you can't resist this because it's causing a lot of intention. So how we're going to release this? We're going to do exercises of you running on all fours.
That makes so much sense.
So that you can
So much
process
sense.
it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So I hung out with this. What I wanted to say originally was I went to the Blue Mountains on the weekend with a very good friend of mine and her housemates and her neighbours, and the neighbours had a baby. And the baby, at first I didn't think it was a very attractive baby. Like I was like, because I was like, babies are just like, bleh. But then I was like, no, it's a really cute baby. It was a super cute baby. And it was cool. It didn't cry very much.
That's
it
a
was
big tick.
very curious. Like it was just super into like connecting with different things and like easily entertained. And it was just a very fun baby to have around. It just hung out with us. Like we were outside drinking. It was just sitting on the table. It was only like 6 months old.
Yeah.
But it was just,
That's a good age. They're a bit more aware.
it was like a little bit aware, but also has no concept of like,
Doing lines off its forehead. It's none the wiser.
didn't know. It didn't know. It didn't know. And what happened was at the end of the weekend, when it was time to go, I switched the baby for a pug.
They'll
Now
never
I have a
know.
baby. But it was cool. Maybe I never wanted to have a kid because I always thought like, oh yeah, I don't have to have a kid. But now I saw that, I was like, you could totally just get into having a child. Like you got a child. Isn't it just interesting to have a kid?
Yeah, and you kind of forced to be into it because if you don't, the experience will kill you.
Oh yeah.
That's kind of the option. It's like either go with it, be into it, or don't, and then want to die.
How old's your child?
5.
Difficult.
Oh, the first year, like literally, that's why most marriages break up in the first year because it's just so bloody hard, and you have no idea. You don't know what to expect. If it's your first kid, you're just like, oh yeah, read some books, see some birth clinics, like do some kind of esoteric birth prep and blah blah blah, and we were across it all, and we had like a midwife and all this. We had a home birth actually,
Yeah.
and then we're just like, I remember talking to my clients being like, oh, it's going to be easy. We're just going to take our baby with us. And for the most part, that was all true. But like, it was just, the lack of sleep just kind of turns you against each other. There's nothing you can do to prepare.
Yeah.
Like, and you don't know how you're going to behave. Luckily, because I wasn't a good sleeper anyway, it didn't affect me heaps. But there's just so much going on in terms of like new relationship dynamic.
Can I ask? Do you ever get? Is it ever a sore point if the child likes one of the parents more than the other one?
Oh, that's my whole life is Lily like openly hating me, and then Lily loving her mum. But she hates me in a nice projection way. Like I love it. Like for me, I do encourage it, but I've encouraged it so much now that if I try to get like a genuine kiss out of her and stuff, she has more fun playing. It's a game. So she's like,
daddy.
nah. She's like, no. And I'll be like, come on, give me a kiss. I'm going to work now. See you, darling. Mwah. And she's like, nah. Like she's,
I noticed.
You know, she's really standoffish,
Damn.
but it's fine. Like when Emma goes away, like I get to see her true colors and how much, I do mean to her as a father, and it's beautiful. But it's just men, you can never replace or even come close to being a mother figure, like the mother who has grown the baby, who breastfeeds it.
Why can't you breastfeed the baby with the milk trick that I talked about earlier?
Well, I tried. Yeah, I mean,
not that you've tried, but like really, like why can't guys breastfeed?
It's just even giving them the bottle is just not the same. Like, I mean, if there was no mother in the picture and it was just the mother and the father.
Do single dads
the baby
breastfeed?
and the father?
Do single dads like create like if your wife dies in childbirth, is there like a man breasts that
little
you can get?
mama
I mean,
thing.
really, is that a thing? Like memory?
They definitely exist, but I would say, yeah, I don't know. For confusion's sake, I would just go with the bottle.
Simplify.
What's the point of?
Because then she'll be like confused as like a mother-father figure.
You don't need to do that.
Yeah.
Like just let her grieve through not having a mother, rather than complicating it. And then when she's like 16, her dad's still wearing breasts, Would you want to go out to the party tonight? You go and be safe. Oh no, don't do that. He's like split personality.
Don't forget your dinner.
Me and your mother just gonna go have a nice time at home, okay? He just goes in and
just hugging himself, squeezing his breast milk,
cheersing himself,
cheersing. If you push two breasts together, that's kind of like
cheers. Cheers, Maddie.
Cheers. You got like two babies,
cheers.
like one on each, and they just grab each breast. They go cheers, and then just press the breasts together
before they have their milk,
and a bunch of milk just spills out like a beer out of the top. They're drunk. Can you get drunk on breast milk?
Oh man, Lily would get so drunk, like it was awesome. She would just be like, she'd have milk, and then she'd just be like, it's like a drug. Like seriously, it calms them down, and that's why it's so good for mothers to breastfeed longer than like 6 months, which is like what mothers currently do, and then they get them on formula because it's a really great thing for when kids get upset, they get hurt. It's just such a calming thing, and really comfort.
Rub milk into the wound.
You can do it. We did do that, and it's amazing.
No, you didn't,
dude. Emma had a cart, and she put breast milk on it, and it was healed the next day. That shit is elixir. I'm not joking.
Why aren't they selling that stuff?
They do. They sell breast milk now. I'm not joking.
Really?
Yeah, check it out.
I will.
Don't just type in breast and then forget to do it in the milk.
I was trying to type in breast milk, and I got to breast, and then I was like, oh.
Why bother with the milk?
They should really, if you want to get to breast milk, they should call it milk breast so that like you can finish the Google search, because I'll tell you.
You get distracted.
I like to get through the breast first. Every image on breasts, and then we get to the milk.
We'll get to the milk, get to the hard stuff.
I want to know, I need to understand the breast.
Man, we have to understand how things work, and I think that's a brilliant thing about us, is that we're kind of a physical interpreter, and we want to understand. That's what we're about, understanding.
I want to understand.
I know, man.
I just don't know.
But this, for breast milk, like it was nice, it was sweet. Like I used to have some, and I used to offer it to my friends, and it was like a test to see who was like awkward and not.
What do you mean you offer your wife's breast milk?
Yeah, I was just like, I have some breast milk, not off the breast. I'll probably do that now. I'm more relaxed and cool.
Yeah.
But
do you just get up like early in the morning, go down to the stables, aka your bedroom, and which you go on like all fours?
Yeah.
And do you like reach under and like and you just?
I just usually
milk it?
I usually like suck and then spit in the bowl.
Like you're trying to like put petrol in a car.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, she would milk herself, get the milk, and then I would just offer it straight up, and they loved it. It's like a really natural sweet skim milk.
Did you tell them it was breast milk afterwards?
Oh, no, I get before. I wouldn't do that.
No.
I'm not a psycho.
That'd be a psycho.
Yeah.
Does that taste a little bit sweet, sugary, and
what do you think?
Emery?
Can you give some feedback?
Emery?
Might feed us some more sugar.
Yeah.
That shit's better.
Nom, nom, nom. It's kind of gross. I wouldn't drink it.
Were you breastfed?
Yeah, I think I was breastfed.
I don't reckon you were.
Why?
I don't know. I just get
Why
that
would you
feeling.
say this to me? Come on, hey. Why would you say this?
Maybe we can get your mum up. Just a
Yo,
little
mama.
guest.
Yo, mama. Yo, mama.
Was Sam breastfed?
Mama.
Was Sam
How did you
breastfed?
feed me, mama?
Like this.
Mommy, how you feed me?
Bitty.
No, I only give you salt.
Salt.
You get the salt. When you finish your salt, you can have your water.
You can have your biscuit.
You have your salt and your biscuit.
You have your risotto.
You don't got no teeth, you don't get to eat. Italy, alien way. I just feed the tomato sauce straight from the breast.
Tomato sauce. That's good.
Straight up from the breast.
The passata from the breast.
My mama, she
Passata.
boiled some pasta and then squirted the breast milk all over the pasta. It's a boschiola breast
It's a
milk.
bressata.
A bruschetta, bruschietti bruschetta. Sometimes in the morning, I like my mama. I would like a macchiato, and she make the coffee and then squirted the breast milk on top of the coffee. And I say, oh, very good, thank you.
There's a light, skimmy milky.
It's like this. Mama, you put too much milk on the coffee.
It's too much cream.
Now there's a latte.
Is it too much cream?
You know I don't like a latte before the midday.
I didn't ask for a macchiato, mama.
A macchiato. A macchiato.
Yeah, so I just don't think you just kind of look like that. You maybe missed that part of in you, which is fine. Like I'm not judging or anything. It's just about vulnerability.
Do you think guys that don't breastfeed are less vulnerable as they grow older?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you think that's why every time I see a woman's breast, I get very hungry? And then I have to go punch a wall. Scream into the sky.
Milk. Latte.
Latte.
But that's okay, man. But yeah, so
It's all right.
I guess I don't know where do we go from here. I mean, we could start in Australia. I don't think they're selling it yet, so we could go out and contact women and get them to express and start a little micro business, just small amounts that people can add to their.
Like a business idea, the milky breast
And
milk.
we're called the milkmen.
Ooh. I like that, the milkman.
Yeah.
I think that's already a title.
Yeah, it is. But we're just doing it differently,
Yeah.
Mac.
We go from door to door.
I mean, we go door to cellar. We don't care, man.
I think we go door to door. I
All
reckon we
right.
go, because that's what milkmen do. We go around, but they deliver the milk.
Yeah, we
And
take
then-
the milk.
Then we take the milk and deliver it to the neighborhood. So actually, we need no inventory. So we go in, we knock on doors until we find pregnant or recently pregnant women.
God, now you got my
And we say
attention.
hey, I know with most milkmen, you usually would sleep with them when your husband's not here.
Yeah.
But we're not here for any of that funny business. This is what I propose to you. How about you fill up a few gallons here? I know it's a lot, but we think you can
I'm
do
not
it.
a dairy cow. I'm not a Jersey cow.
That's why there's two of us here. One of us to pull and the other one to motivate.
Yeah.
All right?
I do
You
a
can
little
do it.
dance. I do
a little dance. We got a
Productivity.
milk god dance. It's called the cow
Productivity.
dance. You got to moo. Squeeze that
Moo.
poo. Moo. We're here for your poo,
What
lady.
kind of milk you getting, boys?
We got
Brown is chocolate milk.
Two products. We've got milk and chocolate milk.
Milk and shit.
Milk, but you mix
It's
the
shit.
shit in the milk. It's
It's a chocolate milkshake, okay?
it's a shit shake.
At least it's thick. You can have a thick shake,
Big
milkshake.
shake.
You a thick shake guy or a milkshake guy?
I don't like either because I'm lactose intolerant.
See,
And
that's why
I
you
don't
didn't,
wanna-
because you didn't have milk, man. You're not used to that shit.
Oh man, maybe you're right.
Yeah.
Because I was lactose intolerant.
All right, let's get your mum up here.
But my Chinese mother fed me rice milk.
He's got a very sinister boy, but he's very happy with
My
himself.
mum's not Chinese.
Or maybe she eat.
Oh, wow. Great, Jamie. Way to alienate
An
1
entire-
billion listeners. Is that what it's at now? 1 billion? I don't know.
I do
I hear
great.
it doubles every year.
I do great. I do. If you give me any, what are they called again? Accents. Yeah, I'm an accent kind of guru.
Okay. Can you do...
Yeah, I'm gonna do Shania Twain. All right. That don't impress me much.
Feels
I'm like,
great.
Thank you.
Shakira.
Shakira.
Oh, that was good. Okay. Danny Devito.
Danny Devito.
All right, Danny Devito, that he's tricked a man into breastfeeding him.
Hey, you just want to quickly hop on this little pipe for a second? I just need your hand. Can you just hold that with your mouth? Thanks. Ah!
Ooh, that was pretty bad.
Oh,
Nah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to blow your confidence, but I think you can get it back with this. All right. A guru that can't find his keys and he's getting kind of annoyed about it.
I'm sure. Oh, am I sure? What's the point of being sure when I can just be? I'm going to be with my keys that were here. But were they there? If they were never there, then where were they? If they were not there, where were we? Quee.
Ooh, quee.
Shaquee.
Shaquee. Shaquaka.
Shakaka.
Jamie, I want you to do a ghost of Sam.
Okay. I want to take my shocks, and I grew up in Paddington, and I am a white privileged male. Maps.
Do you think it's they thought that Jesus was white, but actually
Yeah.
he's not white.
Full Arab.
Yeah. Do you think it's like kind of like racist, like white privilege that we make all ghosts white?
Yeah, definitely. You're right. I mean, we should definitely have some yellows, some reds, some blacks.
Black ghosts, like black African American or African people, when they die, did they become white? Do you reckon they become white? Why ghosts
Yeah.
white? I think they make ghosts white so you can see them.
Yep. Well, of course, because
in
that'd be very boring
videos.
television.
Yeah, exactly. You can't just have a black ghost.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess that's
Maybe that's why you can't see ghosts, because they're black. Maybe that's
well, if they're black, you could see them on this white wall.
yeah, but those movies never have. There were houses
pretty
always
dark.
They're black. It's more of like a background.
Always
setting
black
thing.
houses. Well, maybe they're saying those Africans died and their spirits became the black houses.
The white people live in the black houses.
That's kind of what's happening in the state of the world.
Black
We've just
people-
tapped on some deep shit, man.
Yeah, man. We
Yeah,
are getting to the
man.
stores.
In the stores. We're in the
Tying your
storeroom.
alfoil hats. We're going in.
We're in the storeroom doing a product check.
Hey, I got something.
I got an ulcer.
Like when you get in an Uber.
Uber.
Yeah. Where do you sit?
Well, depending on what like they look like, I'll sit in the front or the back.
Like they go, "Hello, Jamie."
I'm in the back.
You're in the back.
Yeah.
Okay. Whereabouts in the back?
Oh, I always go left so I can get out and run when I do like a runner.
Yep.
I just run as if like I'm not paying because it makes me feel rebellious. But I've actually obviously paid.
Yeah.
So when I get it down, I'm just like 3, 2, 1. See ya!
Yeah.
I actually say goodbye and then I just leg it. I'm like, ah!
The other day I sat in the behind the driver, and it was the most uncomfortable experience I've ever had in an Uber. Because one, don't know why I sat there. I sat there because I was like, oh, I've never sat in this seat before, just by myself.
Yeah.
And he got super nervous.
Oh, you could tell.
Because I was talking directly into the back of his head, and
Where do you live?
I don't know. Like it was like just turn left.
I've got the instructions.
Like
you
as
don't
he's turning right, I'm like, turn left. And I'm like, good. Good.
keep going.
And then I gave him a massage. But then I was like, go left. And he went right. And I tightened around the
Ooh,
neck. And he was like,
that's edgy. That's the
Yeah.
kind of Sam Kissajukian kind of bravado that we've come to love and respect.
do you ever sit in the front?
Yeah, of course. I'm a
So
chin
needy,
wagger.
though.
Yeah, it is.
You want to talk?
You want to talk?
I'm the co-pilot.
Yeah.
I can do the maps.
I can direct as well.
I can do the maps.
I got Google Maps and it's updated.
Wow. I like to feel important.
Yeah, kind of. You do feel like you're going somewhere, in life when you sit in the front. That's why. Also, it's just a nice thing to do, Sam, just to let them talk. Although sometimes that's the most awkward thing is when they don't want to talk. That for me, because I can talk all day. But when I hop in and they don't want to talk and I pick up on it and I've asked them 2 questions and they've given me nothing.
Oh, really? I'm the opposite. I'm the one that doesn't want to talk. I was in the Uber the other day and I came in. The music was blasting. So I was like, okay,
Cool.
your rules. That's fine. 20 minutes into the trip, turns the music down. I'm like, oh, here we go. He wants to talk. But I knew it wasn't going to be a good conversation because I was like,
So you like Shakira?
yeah, he goes, do you like apple?
What?
Yeah.
That's
I was
his
like,
question.
do I like apples? He goes, yes. And I was like, yeah, I like apples. He goes, I don't like apples. And then he turned the music back up. It really messed with me.
And he's just like, small talk, check, nailed it.
Yeah. And then I leaned in and I was like, I lied. I don't like apples either. I did when I was in the Blue Mountains with the baby. The mother changed the nappy of the baby after dinner, and she said a catchphrase which I very much resonated with.
This fucking stinks.
No, that probably what she just said. That also that was also said. It's also that holding the baby in the air and just like sticking the nose into the ass and just be like.
You gotta, because you can smell if there's like a viral infection, you can tell if something's wrong. When you smell a kid's poo, you'll be like, oh, that kid's sick.
But if it's not sick,
it just smells like shit.
Oh yeah. Flavor the milk. So she cleans this baby, and she goes, a full belly and a fresh bum. You're ready for anything.
Ooh, full belly and a fresh bum. And that brings us to our next advertisement, where... Welcome back, ladies.
You're on that one. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Wow. We cut the ad out just because the sponsor was no longer paying us.
Yeah, that's a nice
full belly and a fresh bum. I think you could take that on. You just like
full belly and you could say it anywhere. You know, you go get a Matchbox car, full belly and a fresh bum.
I'll tell you what. Some nights I like to do the opposite. I'm like, fresh belly and a
full bum. Oh yeah. After those rowdy nights.
Yeah.
Fresh bum, fresh belly, full
fresh belly and a full bum.
I think Australia has definitely the greatest catchphrases. Like they're just nonsensical. You got whole books. I don't think any other culture literally has an entire. So many. Like
what's one?
Good weather for ducks. Yeah. That's one of my favorite. Like in Bega, I lived in Bega.
Oh, because it rained.
It was raining. Like so, we had a garage sale, and in Bega, garage sale is the thing. Like, you go to some towns, it's about like they go out and it's all about the whole town goes to watch football in the morning, or the whole town goes to do nippers. The whole town basically just does garage sales in Bega. That's all they do. So
what do you mean that's all they do?
On Saturday morning, Sunday morning, if there's a garage sale, like just the town, the same people turn up and they do the routine, man, and it's intense. So we go like, okay, the garage sale's starting at say I think it was like 8 a.m. Yep. We had people knocking on our door at 6 a.m. That was not, and we're just like, what? And it was like, I told you, they fucking get here like early. Like people go insane for garage sales. They don't want to miss out. So I'm just like, we haven't even like set up everything, and they're like, oh, we'll just hang out. So there's like these people roaming around our front yard, just like waiting for us to start taking money. And so the weather turned, and like these guys walk in, and there's all different types of garage sale people. There's the guy that is like tries to act all cool and doesn't say a word. He just walks around with his arms crossed. He's just looking at everything, looking at the prices, and then 5 minutes later he'll be like, "Good weather for ducks." That's his first line. You're
like, it's not even raining, dude.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Ducks like the sun too, fag.
It's good. Hey, is that a bucket of smashed crabs? Or are you just happy to see me? It's like, what?
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
They're insane, and then like there's a competition between them as well. So a lot of the same people come to the same garage sales, and so when one has got there before the other, they come and you see it. I was watching the dynamic change, and it was just like Gary. He's like, Tom. And then they're going around, they're looking, and this guy's a bit more, his approach is different. He's like, oh man, well, $2 for a spanner, hey, or how about the rest? Throw in your wife, would you? Or that, it's just,
well, she can't fix your nuts. Classic.
She could.
I love when you like those things is like when you do sell secondhand goods, like a garage sale. It's like people tell you their whole life story about why they need that thing, and you're just like, dude, it's 50 cents. Like, no offense, but just can you buy this half a teapot and just that's it? What a coincidence! I have the other half of this teapot. It's like, great. We both have pointless lives.
It was quite an experience because like these guys had been around each other so much, they just picked up. So when it did start to rain, like, and they were all making their way around the large garage sale. Each one was just like, good weather for ducks, good weather for ducks. And as more of these guys were coming in and nodding, eventually my whole garage sale just turned into a nod fest. Each one was just like Gary, Stephen, Ray, Charles, Nick, Gary, Doug, Steve, no, hang on. They just would not stop nodding. It was quite the scene.
Oh, I pulled up a list of Australian catchphrases. Tell me if you've heard these before. Fair go, mate. Fair suck of the sauce bottle. Fair crack of the whip.
Is that the one?
I don't know. It's just been listed as number 33.
Yeah, definitely fair crack of the whip.
Have a Captain Cook.
That's got to be a beer.
Maybe have a brief inspection. That's what it is. Have a Captain Cook. Never heard that.
It's kind of like a, what's it called? That kind of short talk, like
Digger Talk.
digger talk, and also Loomy. What's it called in England? Luma. Oh my god. Anyway, go on.
Have a Captain Cook. I think it's always if I do too messed up, I'm like, oh, I'm Captain Cooked. Yeah, I say that.
Have a Captain Cook. You just go into a country and kill all the people. Have a Captain Cook. All right.
Cook.
Well, I'll go to Malaysia now, right now.
Get killed with a spear. What's the John Dory?
What's the John Dory? Oh, that's definitely about a fish. So it's just
like what the gossip is.
Like Nemo and Dory.
A few stubbies short of a six-pack.
That's just stupid. You're an idiot.
A few sandwiches short of a picnic.
You're an idiot.
A few foreskins short of a bar mitzvah.
Sam Kissajukian.
Sam Kissajukian. It's like, hey, Sam Kissajukian is my name, but actually it's like a job title I have, where I'm not actually kissing Jews. I'm actually just biting off their foreskin when they're 13.
The kissing Jew just makes him feel comfortable until it comes down to
it's a job
crunch
title.
day.
Tell him he's dreaming. Well, that's just the castle.
That's Ron Gary.
Imagine if some guys like told you that you were dreaming and you were like, oh, I am dreaming.
Oh, you're right.
Thank you.
That means I can do whatever I want. I'm going to bite your foreskin. See what happens.
I would do that. Like
you would do that?
Nah.
I would do that.
Just like a guy that like has like found his way into like other people's. The guy that's like whispering in people who's asleep ears, like it's like tell him he's dreaming. You're dreaming, and you're like, oh yeah. I don't know why I find that funny.
I don't. So you know the movie Inception. Are you familiar?
Yes.
Yeah, you're not, are you?
Yes. With Ben Affleck and Leonardo DiCaprio.
Maybe I forget the film, but anyway, so I remember watching the film, and
it's a film that's inside a film.
Correct.
Yep.
And so I was smoking a lot of weed at the time, and I watched that film, and it kind of worked with my mind. I was like, oh, cool, that's making me think about realities and blah blah blah. And anyway, so I'd smoked a lot of weed and had some mates over at my house, and my mate Dean had just collapsed on the couch. He's kind of like was
he okay?
I thought, yeah, he greened out, and I was like, oh, Dean's greened out. I'm like, okay, cool. And I was like, oh, I really need to make some teas, and I don't want to make the teas. And all my mates are like, make the tea. And I was like, I don't want to make the tea. And I'm like, okay, it's all good. I'll incept Dean's sleep or pass out, and he'll get up, and he'll make us a tea.
So you went inside his dream.
So when he was asleep, I was like, Dean, make a tea. Oh, I want a rooibos, and Adrian wants a peppermint. And I was given this list of teas to make, and then it hit me. I was like, oh my God, I have to say Inception before I give him these instructions.
Yeah.
So I've been trying for like 5 minutes, and he wasn't doing anything. And then I go, Incep. And as soon as I got halfway through that, and he's like, would you go away?
You were like in his dream, but you're just like loudly talking to him while he's trying to
the whole
sleep.
time.
It's like, dude, leave me alone.
He's just like, can you fuck off? And I was like, oh shit. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll make the teas.
Poor guy. He's like so greened out, he can't move. And then you're just like, I would like a rooibos and then a green tea and then a peppermint tea and then he said,
but this is actually true. Then at another house, Adrian, this is my mate Adrian's house. Same thing. Dean was like early hours in the morning, and we just got back from a party. And he was sleeping on a couch, and there was nowhere else to sleep in the house. There was bodies everywhere, not alive bodies. And I was like, "Fuck, Dean's got the couch. It's a really comfy couch, and I want to sleep on it." And I kid you not, man. I go into him and I go, "Dean, you got to go home, mate. You got to go. Like your mum wants you home." And like I went into the kitchen just to make a tea. I come back, and he gets up and he's like, "I've got to go home." And he left the fucking house and went home.
So you think that he actually thought to himself, "Oh,
dude,
my mum wants my home."
And I talked to him later. He's like, "Oh, for some reason I just went home." I said
it worked.
It worked. Actually, I think that happened first. That's what happened. That situation happened first, and then when I was high, I was like, "Oh, I can incept Dean. Don't worry, it's worked before."
Incept Dean. He's like, Is that how you? This guy works for you?
Yeah, he worked for me
Yeah,
for years.
yeah. He's like, I just want to quit, but every time Jamie's like, oh, you want to come around and smoke some weed, and then
Come
I
out with a
pass
little
out.
sleep.
And every time I woke up, Jamie was whispering in my ear, "You will work for me forever. You will work for me forever. You want to work for me
For
forever."
free, for free,
For
for free. Give me a
free.
wife to play with.
I could do that. Every time someone's passed out, I'd be like, "You owe Sam $10. $10." Like,
And
when
look at
does-
you now.
Yeah, I'm so $10 rich right
I'm
now.
so.
I'm $10 rich.
I had a very so my brother, when he smokes weed, when I smoke weed, my mind goes into overdrive and it's just thoughts after thoughts, ideas. My brother, he just passes out. And I thought, you know what? My brother, when he was young, he peed on a barbecue.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, cool. You know, I didn't see that. Let me start it again. He peed on a barbecue and he goes, Jamie, there's water on this barbecue. Come and lick it. He pretended to lick it. And then I went, oh, nice. I was like 5 years old and I licked this barbecue thinking it was
burnt your
water.
tongue?
It was on. This water's hot.
That'd be the meanest trick to play on someone. Just
So I licked his wee. And he goes, "Ha, you drunk my wee." And then I screamed and cried. And then my dad came out and flogged us both. So I got drank weed, then got flogged. So I didn't
like a
really
good
get
night.
my revenge. So
some people pay a lot of money for that.
so you know,
Your dad's pretty much a dom.
a dom,
Hey, like a lot of women, a lot of guys do that. Pay
Oh,
money
dom.
to get
dominatrix,
peed on and then
peed on.
beat up.
He was ahead of his times,
Yeah,
baby.
it was-
I didn't have
yeah.
to pay.
It was a family practice.
It was.
Your dad was like, all right, you go, you're the brother, you're going to do the foreplay, and I'll finish the job. Sorry. Anyway.
And I didn't get my payback for many years. And then it hit me one time. My brother was, once again, he had some weed and he passed out. And I just started putting all these things on top of him, like bricks and bags. And he just wouldn't wake up. And I was like, this is great. I'm going to really fuck with him. What I'm going to start doing is when he smokes and he passes out, I'm going to put shit in his pants, my shit in his pants. And then when he wakes up, he'll be like, oh, fuck, I pooed my pants. And next time he smokes, he'll do it maybe one more time. And then I'll put my poo in his pants again. And then he'll start developing a bit of a thing around it. And I'll be like, oh, Ben, come have a smoke. And he's like, oh, no, man, I don't like smoking anyway. I don't really like, it's not a cool thing to do. You know, I'm just over it. And then I'd be like, okay, that's cool. Why don't you want to smoke, man? And I'll really pressure him into it. And then on his like 40th birthday, I'm going to show him pictures of me putting shit down his pants and then reveal to everyone that he didn't shit his pants. But in fact, I put poo in his pants and now he has a huge complex that he's been seeing someone about.
And what stage are you up to now in that process?
I've got to get him back to smoking weed because he's like,
Oh, you won't even smoke weed?
oh, he works in the mines now, you know, he can't really, so I've just got to get him fired and then I'll start getting him on the weed.
Get him back.
Yeah. But yeah, it's going to be a great
Long
gag.
game, long game.
Man, all the best games are long games. Think about, you know,
Yeah.
Patrick Swayze in Point Break.
Well, I have a... I was... getting vengeance is an interesting one, isn't
Yes,
it? You
it's
do-
hard to spell
It's
too.
very petty. But
Spell it.
Thing. I was with VEGEVGE.
CB.
And if you tell me I'm wrong, I'll get you. I was with a girl,
Ooh.
and this dude, just like we're at a kebab shop, and then this dude just like when he's with a friend, and she walks past these guys, and they're like, "Oh, you with that guy? You with that guy?" And she's like, "What?" And she's like, "You with that guy?" And then she comes to sit down, and then she's like, "This guy's like keep talking about me and stuff." And then I went and got my kebab, and I came bars, and I was like, "Oh yeah, nah, guys, you just wanted to know that we're not together." So,
Is
and,
that
and the guy's like, "Oh, what's your name, man? What's your name? He's like, you French?" So they start like trying to get in my head a bit. I was like, "No, I'm just saying, you wanted to know." And then I just went down and sat and started eating my kebab. And then about like 2 minutes later, one of the guys comes straight up and goes to the girl. He goes, "I think you're really sexy. I want your number." And she was like, "Oh," like she was like, "What?" And he goes, "I just think you're really sexy. Like I want to have sex with you." And just
Shut up.
Give me your number.
really?
Yeah, 100%. Like fully.
Who
just,
does this shit?
Just
Who's
straight up there. And like I start laughing, and she finds it really funny.
good
as well.
reaction?
And then she's like, "Your number," and he's like, "Give me my number." And I'm like, "Oh, dude, can we get your number? Like, can we do it that way?" Like, and he's like, "No." And I'm like, "No, seriously, give us your number, and I'll get her to call you."
Yeah.
And then so I get my phone out, and he's like, "Oh, 1, 2, 3." I'm like, "Nah, come on, man. Like, you can't. That's like a double standard. Like, you want her number, but you won't give her your number." And then he starts doing like is he always like this? Like
As if
this
you're.
guy, like I'm blocking him. Like, is he always like this? Like,
That's
and
insane.
I was like, I'm like, oh my god. Are you like one of those guys from that read that book, The Game? Because that's like one of the lines where he's like, oh, is he always like this? I'm like, and then he goes, oh, is these guys always trying to bring down the mood? And I was like, oh my
What?
god, that's one of the lines too. And then he was like eating his kebab, and I was like,
So he's doing this while he's eating kebab. Like, can I have your
and,
number?
and he had all this like pickle juice on his nose. And I was like, hey man, do you like usually pick up women in kebab shops with pickle juice on your nose? Because
Oh,
I don't know if I'm blocking you or the pickle juice on your nose is blocking you.
are you serious?
Yeah, yeah. And then he's like, man, what's your problem? And I was like, I have no problem. I actually really enjoy that you're here right now.
Yeah.
This is hilarious. And also, by the way, you've just dropped some onion on your foot. I just thought you might need to know this. And like, he's like, no, just like, whatever, man. Like, and then he's like chatting to her and he's like really forced. She's like, I just think you're really sexy. Like, do like this. And I can't remember saying, but we're laughing a lot. And just like, and then he was like, no, you're cool, man. Like, he tried to like befriend me and like fist bump me.
No.
And then his friend comes over and he's like, oh, come on, man. I think we should go. And I was like, oh my God, the wingman.
I've almost got this, man. I've almost got this.
Wingman's here. And this is great. And I was like, no, please stay.
Carry on.
And I was like, man, can we just have your number? Like, I feel like, that would be a good way for this to end. Like, blah, blah. And so he gave me his number. His name's Will. And I have his phone number now. And then, like, it was just like, it was such a beautiful thing because I was like, man, you just don't know who you're fucking with. Like, you think, like, oh, you can just come in here and it's, like, going to be, you can, like, make it, like, so confident that it makes it worse. I'm like, but you forget people can handle this shit. Also, this guy's just being a massive dick, super annoying, and he gave me his phone number. It's like,
He ended up giving you his number.
I've got his phone number.
Can I prank call him now? Let's do it
I
right
want
now.
to do so much worse. I want to create Gumtree ads for secondhand copies of the book, The Game, and just put it at like a real low price, and just get people calling like, "Hey man, it's me, Terrell. I just want to get that $35 copy of Neil Strauss's The Game." And he's like, "Shut up, man!
I don't have any more.
I don't have any more.
I've sold them all.
And I also want to, but just like lots of clues so he knows that it's like
Yes.
neither. Also, he's got like the first kebab that was ever mentioned, or he's got his own personal signed copy of the book How to Pick Up Women Eating Kebabs.
The first kebab ever mentioned. Have you got the first kebab ever
I
mentioned?
got a fossilized kebab, and
But seriously, like I love prank calls, and I feel like we should be able to hear it if we do the phone. I'll just make it small. I'll just be like, "Hey, Will, I heard you were like really good at teaching people the game. I just wanted to like, yeah, let's just do it."
yeah, but you got to put your number on private, because otherwise he's gonna have your number, then he'll come back. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, I do know what you mean. 1 second.
All right, let's do this.
Just hold on for a second, everyone. We just need 1 moment.
1 second. Do I need to kill some time?
Yeah, kill some time.
All right. Guys, okay, how about a joke? I got a joke. What do I have as a joke? Actually, I found out recently, while Jamie does his thing, that my friend, he lives in East Timor, and there's a lot of crocodile attacks in East Timor, and he was telling me that in East Timor, they worship a crocodile god, and they believe unanimously that crocodiles can read your karma, and if you're a good person in your heart, crocodiles will not attack and kill you. So I don't know how you like find out whether you're a good person. You ever ask your partner like, "Oh, I'm a good person?" They're like, "Nah, just go for a swim." I don't know how the crocodiles find out. Like, you're swimming and the crocodile's like, "Ah!" And you're like, "What? No, I work in a charity." And he's like, "Ah, okay." And then he swims away. That's not like
You're laughing to yourself
I find
over
it funny.
there.
I don't know. Because in Australia, I think it's like if you get attacked by a shark and you don't die, people think you're a legend.
You're a hero.
But in East Timor, if you get bitten by a crocodile, people think you're a bad person. Like, not only do you have a limp, but your social standing is like totally ruined. Like,
Oh, here comes Gary, the piece of shit, insecure, invulnerable.
no, they think you're really bad. Apparently, the people boo at funerals.
No.
Seriously, if you get attacked by a crocodile,
Far
you're
out.
killed, you're booed at a funeral. So I was trying to think that maybe what we should do is like, I want to like advertise to the East Timorese that if you've been attacked, if you're a crocodile victim, like come to Australia because people will buy you beers. Like, oh man, this guy Terry, he's been attacked 5 times by crocodiles.
He would get a bronze statue erected
Yeah,
ASAP.
exactly. What a legend. Like, yeah, sure, in the 90s he killed 3 children, but besides that, he is he's a real legend.
Do you know how to do this, man? Do you know how to find the...
Oh yeah.
Sorry, everyone. I just haven't... using a phone is a bit overrated, and I like to just use. I mean, I'm really trying to push my telepathy skills anyway. As a human, it's kind of cool that human, like hues, like the colors. We are essentially just vibration, sound and light, and hue, Hue. I know that's not how you spell human, but imagine hue. Man, I think that's pretty cool. And if you like that, you can dial 5 now and get your free rainbow sticker and stick it on your forehead.
I'm trying to figure out how to turn number on private.
I don't really care, man. I'll just call him from my number.
But then you're going to have it forever.
I don't really care. What's he going to do? Call me back? He's got better things to do. He's got to pick up chicks.
That's true.
I really hope we can hear it.
I would like to start a long string of constantly annoying this person. So
yeah, cool. So when did this happen?
A few days ago.
Oh, this was a few days ago?
Yeah.
This is recent?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, dude. I thought this was years ago. Like, this is rock climbing days.
How do we do this? I'm so sorry. This is.
If we've got anyone that knows, give us a call now. 1400-672 Birkin.
My iPhone and a private. Okay, here we go. Settings, phone. Oh, I think I found it. Show my caller ID. No.
This is going to be great.
All right,
what a way to sizzle down the podcast with a nice little prank call.
Here we go.
Okay. Do you want to do this? You want me to do it?
I want you to do it.
Okay, cool. What's his number? Are you sure? Let me call you just to make sure it is on private.
Yeah, you call me. Jamie's just going to call me to check this on private.
This is just all logistical stuff. You could maybe be present at the moment. Just kind of feel your body. How does it feel right now? Like, are you a bit stressed? Are you tense? Are you holding your shoulders up? Just let him down a little bit. Let him down. Yep. Breathe in.
No caller ID. No caller ID.
A little breathe out.
Do you want to maybe be like? Can you do like a girl that like maybe he's picked up? Like, oh, hey, you asked for my number.
Yeah, I can do a girl.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Tina. We met at the World Bar.
Yeah. Can you be like what a good accent?
That's all I've got. Okay, let me try again. I did this. Another funny story with Dean. So Dean, the one that I did the Inception with, he went over to London and lived there for a year, and he came back. And on his family's voice message machine, I called up and did this girl's voice. My voice was a little higher back then. It was about 8 years ago. And I called up. I was like, "Hi, it's Tabitha. Me and Dean got together in UK, and I'm pregnant now." And so I left that on the machine, and his mum was like, had an intervention. She was like, "Dean, can you come down here, listen to this?" And Dean was like, "Oh fuck, I was drunk a lot of the time. I don't know what happened, and maybe I did. I don't know." And he was like second guessing himself, and he didn't, that he might have got someone pregnant. It was quite funny.
Oh, wow.
So, yes, convincing, yes, I can be. So we'll give this a go.
No, let's hang on 1 sec. Because this is actually not the first. Do you know what happened recently? I was doing a show at the Sydney Comedy Festival, and there was this one woman that was looked really upset. And I was like, "What's wrong?" And she's like, "Oh, my boyfriend just cheated. I think my boyfriend's cheating on me." And I was like,
what? She just told you?
Yeah, she just told me the show. She goes, "I'm having a bad day.
My God.
I heard that my boyfriend had a motorcycle accident, and then I found out that he's on Tinder." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
He had an accident right there, and she's focusing on the Tinder.
She was focusing. I'm like, "Is he okay?"
Is he dead?
Yeah, she's right, but he's on Tinder. And then I was like, "Do you want me to do anything?" And
what are you gonna do?
I don't know. I was like,
"I can read horoscopes."
"Do you want me to call him?" And she was like, "Yeah." And she gave me her phone. And then I was like, this dude's in the hospital, and this chick is so vengeful. I didn't know what to do, so I got the audience to vote, and then it was half. Some people thought it was unethical, and I was like, "Look, it's fair, okay." So I gave the phone back. I was like, "You think about it. At the end of the show, if you still want me to do it, I'll do it." End of the show rolls around. Great show, by the way. Killer at the stand-up.
Sure.
And I was like, "All right, what do you want?" She goes, "Please call him." So called him. She gave me his number. Call him. Goes to voicemail.
This is on stage.
This is on stage.
What?
Yeah. And I'm like, I think it was just it was a voicemail. So I was like, "Oh, you're being a bad boy, a naughty boy of the night, riding around on your motorcycle, looking at ladies that you shouldn't." Ooh, like karma doth work in wonderful ways.
Ooh.
Now I want you to apologize, not to anyone in particular besides yourself. That's who you need to apologize. Apologize to yourself and then apologize to your missus because it's time to make a change.
What?
For like 3 minutes.
That's
And then I hung up
insane.
and then I felt very guilty about it. I was like, this poor dude's like in the hospital and then like he hears like some like a room full of people laughing and some weird random
on life
guy is
support.
like just accusing him of cheating on his girlfriend. I just if that guy's out there, I just want to let him know like she really wanted that to happen and I resisted it at first. But, you know, she did paint you to be not in the best light. But I do hope that you guys have worked it out. And if you're hearing this, feel free to give me a call. I'm happy to actually have a chat with you, like, in person about it.
He's a
and
sex therapist.
Apologize. I am a sex therapist. It's my old job.
But I still
gotta
dabble.
practice. I practice.
I still dabble.
Anyway, I'll explain the payment structure.
Okay, I got to work on this. Let me just
yeah.
work on this voice.
Did you get the number?
Hi, no, not yet. Did you send it to me? Hi, yeah, it's Will
All right,
PUA
we're gonna call-
Kebab Shop. What's
we're gonna-
pickup artist?
Will pick up artist kebab shop.
Let me just practice my girl's voice. Hi, is this Will? Yeah, hi, it's Marika.
Okay, we gotta also. There's a possibility
Right.
that he gave me a fake number.
Yes.
So, because he was a bit scared.
Hi, is this Will? Hi, is this Will? Yeah, it's Marika. We met at World Bar. Yeah,
It's too high. It's too like. You got to get more female. Like,
No, I don't want to go over
no,
something you
yeah.
won't take it
Oh
serious.
my god! Like, hello.
Hi, it's
Oh my god.
oh my god, that's
No, it says like.
fucking shit. You just make it.
I'm just gonna
watching
keep
too much
saying, oh my god.
Kardashians.
Oh my god. I want your kebab.
I think I'll go with Marika.
Okay, Marika.
Hi, it's Marika. Yeah, we met at Well Bar. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's
What's your
cool.
plan?
Plan is to say like, I was just wondering like, you like Well Bar because he's gonna
Like,
deny.
you never called me.
Yeah, like I know you just like never called, and I just thought we had like an awesome night and that.
Yeah, like, can we maybe like hang out again? Because I reckon this guy's picked up lots of people. He's got that vibe of like he'll just go up to anyone.
fucking rock fire.
He's like, I gotta make 10 pickup attempts a night. Otherwise,
7-6.
my dad will beat me. He's like, son, spread your seed. Start at the
Spread
local
your
kebab
seed.
shops and then work from there.
Our family's going.
So you're gonna
down
put him
the
on
toilet.
speakerphone?
Yeah. Here we go. Hopefully you can hear that. I'll put it heaps close.
Please leave a detailed message after the tone. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hi Will, it's Marika, and we met at World Bar and had like a really good night, and yeah, I was just wondering, like, you know, we had a good night and you didn't call, and anyway, I just like I kind of contracted something, so I'm just kind of wondering like if you could give me a call and just kind of tell me what you have, so I know what I have, just because it's kind of could be anything at this stage. So anyway, give me a call, Will. It was really nice, and yeah, call me. Wow. I didn't know what you were saying because Sam was like making all these hand movements while I was on the phone. I thought
No,
he
I
was,
wasn't.
thought he was saying
What are you
like,
talking about?
he was saying like downstairs, be aware, downstairs. And I was like, what the fuck's
What's
downstairs?
happening?
What's downstairs?
That was scary. You're like you're like recording a message, but like time might run out and
might
burglars
die.
burglars are in the house.
It's Home
You
Alone
gotta
all
finish
over
the
again.
Don't worry, I left a skateboard on the stairs.
And some nails in someone's forehead. Well, that was there we go, guys. That's the first prank call. I think do you want to do prank calls as a thing? I think that could be quite cool. Everyone loves it.
I mean, you know, that's totally original.
Yeah, I used to. So when I was a kid, I used to do prank calls, and the one I used to do all the time was I'd call up and I'd be like, "My name's David Rick, and I've got a message to pass on." And the message is my name's David Rick. I used to call up people all the time. Do that.
Just all the time.
And it's so funny to see how people, like, there's a really, you know, there's polite people and they're like, yep, yeah, you said your name was David. Like, they didn't know it was a prank call and they're going along. I'm like,
Oh my god. Okay. Well, that's.
You want to do one of those now?
100%. Can you please? I'll give you someone here. We'll go. Who do we call? We'll call someone.
One of your friends.
Yeah. What about?
But not the end of the story. I did. So this family living in our town. Their house got broken into and they got their motorbikes stolen. And I called up their house and I left a voice message saying, "Hey, if you want your motorbikes back, meet me at Bald Hill at 2:00 with $5,000 cash." And then
What?
the police got called and kind of turned into an investigation, but they didn't end up getting us. So that was funny. I think as a kid you can do so much more. You can't really get in trouble unless you kill someone. So for all the kids out there listening, be bad forever. All right, so we're just going to do another prank call because that one we didn't get anyone online. So just give us a moment, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm going to get you another number. Sorry for the disconnect. I got a random. Okay, here we go.
1, 2. Levels are still good. Who's this? Reuven?
This is Reuven, my comedian friend.
All right. Hello.
Reuven Gavunda.
This is David. Hi, this is David. I'm getting my. This is David. David Rick. I got a message to pass on.
No, you did it before. This is David.
This is David.
Yeah.
This is David. David Rick, and I've got a message to pass on. Something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know how I've forgotten.
He's going to be very unimpressed. I anticipate he'll just be like, ugh.
Yeah. Well, maybe we should call someone that is going to have a better reaction.
We'll try this first.
All right.
You can practice on
My
it.
name's David.
Yeah.
David Rick. Hello. Hello. This is David. David Rick.
Yes.
I've just got a message to pass on. The message is the message is that my name's David. David. Sorry, I ended the call. I lost it, ladies and gentlemen.
It's so bad. It's so bad. To keep them for such a long time. And the message is.
We'll try one more. We'll try someone else that we all. I might try.
Can I try one?
Let's try a random number. That's always fun.
No, it's dangerous.
Okay,
we'll try a random number.
0445 214
I'm 33.
215.
This is the lowest point of my life.
Okay, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, failed. Surely that number exists. Okay, 044 22358558.
Number you have called is not.
Oh,
Jamie's just going wild. He's just talking in random numbers.
I think this is it.
All right, here we're going to go. This is.
Is not connected.
Come
Oh,
on.
my God.
All right. Have you got a long lost friend, Sam, that you want to connect with that you hate?
Let's have a look. I'll find someone.
Usually they're easy numbers, so I'll just try an easy number.
Easy numbers? How do you know?
Oh, we're going. Here we go. Random number, ladies and
Going
gentlemen.
live. 3, 2.
Hello.
Hi, it's this is David. David Rick.
Who's this again?
David Rick.
Yeah, and
I just have a message to pass on.
yeah, what is the message?
The message is the message is my name's David. David Rick. David Rick.
Yeah.
That's the message I had to pass on.
David.
David Rick with a triple K.
Where are you calling from?
David Rick.
Who are you calling?
Is this Marissa Galeantis?
No, it's not.
Oh boy, well I deeply apologize, ma'am, and I wish you.
worries.
I apologize, David Rick. All right, bye, Sally Doos.
Oh, my God.
That was awesome.
Oh, my God. What a rush. I can't wait to tell the kids at school we'll be the coolest kids in the whole school.
Oh, I feel good.
She just wanted to know where you were from. Where are you from?
Yeah, David Rick Enterprises.
Who sent you? Who sent you? David Rick sent me. What?
How does he know my name?
I sent myself. And the message is, I am myself.
David
It's really philosophical, actually. You're saying that you are yourself.
Man, I'm a spiritual guru,
Yeah,
and that's why
tell
people pay
people.
me the big crystals.
But
But look, it's definitely that time of evening, and I think we've got a wheel of cheese here to execute the eating thing.
that's a good climax to end on. You went wild. Just called a random phone number, left a message.
Yeah, that was sick.
That was sick,
Ladies
man.
and gentlemen, well, it's been fabulous. I would like you to thank my guest, Sam Kissajukian.
Thank you for having me on my podcast, Jamie Lepre.
All right, don't use
You've
my real
been
name.
you've been a real honor. Well, this has definitely been one of the highlights of the last hour.
Yeah, great. All right. Well, we'll see you later, guys.
See you, boys
Thank you.
and girls.